Last winter I found this lovely hose on our garage floor beneath the van. It had been chewed up by mice pretty bad. I finally realized that it was the AC evaporator drain line, and so in our Honda Odyssey, this was right below the evaporator, which was kind of in the middle of the car. As a result, the floorboards were getting really wet and nasty, and so I needed a way to repair this line without having to take the entire evaporator out, and that's what this video is about. If I looked closer at where that hose had come out, this is a picture of underneath the engine, and what I've got this blue circle on is where the hose had connected to. For me, this is kind of close to the firewall under the evaporator here. And so I needed a way to connect an existing hose to this hose without having to take out the entire evaporator. To recreate the hose that the mice had chewed up, I used a piece of electrical conduit that was high temperature rated, but this is just what I had around. I'm sure most any other type of plastic or rubber hose would do. To connect the two tubes, I used heat shrink here, and I got a variety of sizes. On Amazon there was a variety pack, and I found that this size right here worked pretty well to fit over this side and on the car side. And if you've not used heat shrink before, here's the demo. Heat shrink is pretty simple. You're just going to put half of it on the one side that you want to attach it to, and you're going to use a lighter, and you might have to spend a few seconds on it. When it's done, the heat shrink should be sticky, and hold on to that side. To demo attaching it to the car, I'm going to pretend that this piece of PVC pipe is the car. Much easier to film up here. Same idea, you're going to stick it into the other half of the heat shrink and then use a lighter, or a heat gun would also work, to attach it. This is where it might be difficult to completely get as inside as you need to if it's in the evaporator. For myself, I ensured there was nothing flammable in there and then did stick the lighter in there for a few seconds. And that allowed me to get a nice solid connection such that in the same way after that first heat shrink was done, it should be pretty sticky, and so you should be able to pull on it and it shouldn't give very much. So here's the completed product for me. You can see it's attached to the evaporator drain, and then I ran that hose out to where it had been connected prior before the mice chewed it up, and it seems to work well. No more tears, no more wet floorboards.